So here we got a nice old Fender Showman amp, and I thought I'd take a quick video of it just to show a quite common problem that develops on these. Here we have, this is the parts board for the amp, and you can see that most of the parts are arranged fore and aft, if you will, with one part running longitudinally. This part comprises the bottommost resistor in the phase inverter cathode string, and typically it undergoes some stress. You can see that the board is sort of humped up here. A lot of these boards warp over time, and it seems to put some pulling stress on the leads of that particular part. And this topology is common to other Fender amps. Under the larger combos, all seem to have the negative feedback resistor running longitudinally like that. And anyway, the common complaint from the user is that, well, the amp is fine, but then after it's been on 20 minutes it starts cutting out, or when I hit a really loud note, the amp cuts out. And what's going on there, I'm going to try and zoom in and get tight on that resistor so you can see what's happening. So if you look real close, you can see that there's a fracture line right across this joint. And what happens is when the amp's in use, that joint heats or expands or gets otherwise stressed, and basically the part isn't even connected. It's just the lead is sticking in the solder blob, and it has long ago broken loose from the solder, to where sometimes it has a decent connection, other times it doesn't. From the way this part moves, you can very well suspect that the other end of it is bad too. I probably can pull the whole thing right out, almost. At any rate, you can see it moves pretty readily in that blob right there. So anyway, the fix is either replace or reuse this resistor, but clean both eyelets out real good, remove all the solder, clean up the ends, make sure that the part is not damaged. You know, sometimes the welds pull loose within the body of the resistor. If the part's okay, you can reuse it, otherwise replace it. But put it back in there, make a good joint. Sometimes I like to put, you know, a little U-bend in the lead to provide a little strain relief for future if the board flexes anymore. That's just hit or miss whether you want to do that. But the bottom line is this one longitudinal part seems to cause a whole lot of problems over time in Fenders. It's just something to look out for. So long.